Hi, everybody. Welcome to Living in Arizona. I am joined by Natasha Tomlinson. You can go to her website at natashatomlinson.com. She works for My Home Group. How are you doing today, Natasha?
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day over here in Arizona, and we are just soaking up some rays.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. How has the weather been after the first of the year?
We had some very chilly, brisk days. I had to bring out my winter coat. It was, 69, 70 degrees. But I know a lot of the rest of the country is experiencing much cooler temperatures than that. But that's chilly for us. So
no, I completely get that. Where specifically are you in Arizona?
In Scottsdale, Arizona. Over
Scottsdale,
there.
home of golf. My favorite thing.
Very nice. Yeah, we have plenty of courses out here for you to try.
For those of you who don't know, Natasha is a realtor within Scottsdale and surrounding areas of Arizona. And if you need assistance, please give her a call at 480-203-4364. Today, we're going to talk about, because it's your first episode and everybody needs a chance to get to know you a little better, Natasha. Okay. Tell me, what is your favorite thing to do in Arizona?
I love to hike, and every once in a while, I corral a couple of friends out there with me. So I'm not a gym rat. So it's great to be outdoors, be outside in nature, get some fresh air, and get my cardio on at one time.
Okay, so as a limited hiker, even though I have delusions of wanting to hike the Pacific Crest Trail, and it's a delusion, I would like to know, what's a good beginning hike in the Arizona area?
Let's see, a beginner's hike. I would
What
say.
would you take a friend on that you didn't want to kill him?
Yeah, I didn't want to kill him. Okay, all right. First time hiker, you have to check out Dreamy Draw Trail. Would be a great start. It's very scenic. Lots of desert flowers, lots of foliage. I know we do have different colors here in Arizona, but it's pretty tame. So you don't have these huge inclines to worry about. It's a well-marked trail, so you can have a conversation and still move your body and get some movement going. Have a good time. Break a little bit of a sweat, but not too bad. And you'll come back for another one. We'll come back next time, and then we'll do the real hike second time around.
Okay. Do they grade? I have to ask, is it like skiing? Do they grade hikes? How do I know if I'm on a triple diamond hike trail as compared to the bunny slope of hiking? Is there a way to know, or do you just go in deep?
Oh, no, there's different websites out there. All Trails is one of them. They have an app also, and you can get an idea of the length of the hike, round trip in and out, and the how steep each hike is, the level of difficulty. They'll rate it mild, medium, and mild, moderate, and heavy. That's your breathing, really, for the trail.
Really, they consider it by your breathing.
I think so. So if you, for instance, if you end up on Squaw Peak Trail, okay, which is in north central Phoenix, that's a heavy breathing hike, and lots of people come from all over the world to check out that trail. But it is intense. It's very steep and it's intense, and it's not for the meek at heart. That's for sure.
Okay. And what is that? So I'm guessing it's mostly based on vertical climb?
Yes, definitely. Now, there is a nice one in Scottsdale. It's closer to Old Town at Papago Park. And so that's a nice trail also. And you can get some views of the city of Scottsdale there. Also great sunsets. So yeah, a nice cheap date.
Well, no, it's probably a phenomenal date. I wouldn't disagree with that at all. So let's talk about that. Are they okay with, do they have hours? Because it is a city park. Are there hours, or is it completely open?
It varies the time of year. There are some rules associated with when you can be on the trail, but for the most part, it's sunrise to sunset.
So do the more hardcore athletic, you're surrounded by desert. So being a person from California, I wonder this, water for the trail. What's a good idea for a first time hiker? What do I want to take with me? What do I want to be aware of?
You definitely want to bring more water than you think you need. I can tell you some definite horror stories that I've heard and some that I've seen. Some helicopter rescues and things from people who were not prepared on the trail. But I would say you bring like a liter for, I don't know, maybe a liter for every mile. And again, the All Trails app or website will give you more information on the distance of each hike. But there've been a few people that have ended up on our local news here because they were not prepared. They did a more difficult hike than their body was prepared for, and the helicopter had to come and rescue them off the mountain, and that's not free. It's not free.
It isn't? No. I assume it is. Ambulance rides are free. The fire and police department are free when they show up. I'm always shocked when I do get a bill in the mail for those things, but logically, I'd like to believe they're free based on taxpayer dollars. But what are some of the horror stories you've heard out on the trails? I mean, I would assume, because I played golf out there, snakes are a real thing in the spring, not the summer. It's too hot. But spring and fall, you have real reptiles out there.
Yeah. Some of the trails have these Gila monsters on there. And I mean, they're more afraid of you than you are of them. So if you go early morning, you're more likely to see them. Javelina in North Scottsdale, almost Cave Creek, you're more likely to see these types of wildlife, I think, than other parts of Scottsdale.
What's a javelina? Oh, we got to stop there. Javelina. Speak to me like I'm not from Arizona and I'm just visiting the area. What's a javelina?
Think about a pig, but like the ugliest wild boar pig you could ever think of. So that's a javelina. Mm-hmm.
Do they hunt them? I mean, are they edible like pigs?
I don't think they're not edible, but there are a certain group of people that do hunt them. They are very protective of their young. So they will attack you if they think you're coming close to their young. They travel in packs.
Okay.
So it's something to, if you see one, just keep your distance. You leave it alone, it'll leave you alone. But otherwise, it's prepared to fight for its life.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing the Western Diamondback, which is everywhere.
Yes. Yeah, I have to say, I've been here over 20 years, and I've only seen like 5 snakes, really. So I consider myself lucky. since
you're
I'm
at a
out
higher
there.
number than me. Certainly you're at a higher number than me. I mean, the hiking trails in San Diego are marsh and wetland, so we don't have much of that until you start to get backcountry in San Diego.
Okay.
But yeah, by far, theoretically, when you start to get around Joshua's and you start to go in towards like the Anza Borrego area of San Diego County, you start to get into a more diverse climate that's a little bit warmer. But if I was visiting, I'm not a desert hiker. It just seems hot and miserable. I don't
know. It's enjoyable to me. It's absolutely, it's just a gorgeous time to be outside. I mean, you're disconnected for just a little while, 30 minutes, an hour from society. And it's a nice getaway when you can't get away.
Fair enough. Is it a date night thing? Like, is this a logical, you said cheap date night, but okay, so now I'm backpacking in food and I'm bringing a little thing to sit on and doing the whole wine and charcuterie out in the middle of the desert. I'm sure it's spectacular, but practically speaking, have you pulled this off?
No one has really pulled it off well. So you're basically hiking and then going to grab a bite to eat and make
that
sure
was a borderline spit take out of me while I had a cup of coffee in my mouth. That was So you've had people actually try this, and you have actually tried this with the straight up red and white checkered,
Yeah. They try to bring in the picnic basket and everything, but it doesn't work out too well. No. Mm-mm.
That's hilarious. Okay. So let's assess what we've learned. Go out, do it, then go eat. Your plans of taking the bottle of wine, popping the wine, and having wine and cheese up on top of a rock while watching a sunset, while it's great on paper, the practicality of it is not all it's cracked up to be.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Yep. Bring your wine and cheese back to the parking lot or wherever. Not on the trail. You still have to get home. So
see, it's educational as well as informative. All right, give me a list of hikes across the board for people within the Arizona area. Like, where would you start? Let's just go around the horn. So Scottsdale, you're saying the one by Old Town?
Yes. So Papago Trail. That's a great one with great views of the city of Scottsdale.
Papago Trail. Wait, golf course. Papago Trail golf course.
Mm-hmm.
Aha.
You see?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Not far from the Phoenix Zoo, actually. So you could hike, and then you could take the trolley down to Old Town Scottsdale and, grab a bite.
Perfect. And what's your favorite after hike snack in Old Town?
Oh, boy.
Here's a chance for you to make somebody very happy in Old Town.
Oh, man, there are so many. There are so many places, and there's so many new spots that are popping up, too. So, oh, goodness. If I want a superb date night, if someone were to take me on a superb date night, hint, hint. Okay. Hint. Sweetie who's listening. Okay, we would go to Cashmere's in Old Town Scottsdale would be fantastic. So it's a nice place for wine, jazz. Maybe head over to the area where they have more clubs and DJs over closer to Mint and in that area, and just party all night. Why not? Who cares what you're wearing? Who cares if you have hiking boots on? Just
have you actually pulled that off? Have you literally gone out hiking gear ablazing and still hit multiple locations?
I have gone on the hiking trail and then gone to grab a bite to eat. I have not gone as far as to go all night long in my hiking gear. I don't know if anybody would want to be around me for that, but
that's pretty solid. Solid. Now, I have to ask, because of COVID and what's going on, hiking seems like a very logical thing. Are there any restrictions? I don't even know if Arizona, based on what I can tell from California, unlike us, we're not allowed to, I think, go to our mailboxes currently. I'm not allowed actually physically outside of my home per Governor Newsom, I think.
I'm sorry.
But, yeah, well, I live in a great city. It compensates by living in San Diego. So, it's a fair trade-off. For you guys, are there restrictions on outdoor activity or hiking or anything, or is it just practice social distancing?
Yeah, we're asked to practice social distancing. We're asked when we're outdoors to wear masks and hand sanitize, and to limit the number of people in our groups, which all is fairly easy to do. It doesn't sound so, but it really is, and to choose different times when you need to go shopping. So instead of the peak times, going off hours and trying to limit your activity and your interaction with people outside of your household, which most people now are adhering to, which is great to see. In the beginning, not so much, but we are seeing it just seems to have turned around, and you just see more people just doing what needs to be done.
Yeah, I always question why people do or do not do it. I've gotten to the point where I just give up at this point. It would be nice if everybody just did it, but now that we have additional strains that don't seem to matter if you wear a mask or not, who cares? Mm-hmm. And they found it in San Diego, where we're actually all staying inside. So visitors from outside the area, this is... nothing's really closed per se. Are you doing outdoor dining there?
Yes, we do, and which is a great time of year to do that. So there's plenty of outdoor dining opportunities here, patios. I think a lot of the bars are closed or at diminished capacity. The clubs are pretty much closed at this point in time. So I've noticed a lot of people have resulted to house parties and outdoor barbecues and things of that nature. So I guess when people want to get together, they're going to get together regardless of what
Well, it's a winning
what
formula. Truthfully, here we're technically not even allowed to have gathered family functions, and that we are in San Diego City specifically. It's gotten so bad that people, that it's really bad for us.
wow.
We're not allowed to do much of anything, and the police are very aggressive about enforcing the rules around here. So the fact that you have some movement as compared to the other, like Florida is the complete other end of the spectrum where they just physically don't care.
It seems that way. I mean, our numbers are climbing. I get these text messages every day. I'm sure we all get this information one way or the other. Right. What the numbers are versus what the deaths are, and one is too many. Don't get me wrong, but it just seems as if those numbers are climbing, the number of instances, and I'm not sure if that's because there's more testing being done or what the reasoning behind it is, but hopefully there's a better solution in the works.
Hopefully. I don't know. I have said this on many occasions. What I think people hate most is that they have to discover their family and their friends and their home again. And that seems to be a daunting task for many people. So while we're on that topic, let's talk and end this talking a little bit about real estate. How is real estate in the Scottsdale area right now?
Right now, it is phenomenal. And we are in a strong seller's market. And although we had the shutdown of the economy earlier this year, it was a blip on the radar for our real estate market. We saw maybe a change in the numbers for a 2 to 3 week period where people weren't really sure what was going on and what to expect. But outside of that, people masked up, social distance, followed the rules, and got out there and found their house. So it was amazing, really. Excellent.
Right now, if people are interested, can they get a home evaluation from you, and what does that actually entail to find out their value?
Absolutely. So if they provide me with their address and a couple of details, I can give them an idea of what their home is worth in today's market, which really is I'm sure much improved from previous years, regardless of what part of the valley that they're in. So just some contact information, an address, and any improvements that they've made to the property. With rates low, some people have chosen to remodel, and that could definitely increase their price point.
Yeah, it would seem logical to me, at the very least, to get the value of your home at the peak of the market and look at certainly like a HELOC or even a cash out refi at this point if you're not downsizing. But I would think it would make sense to take advantage of the equity that's within your home. Certainly for a lot of people that are unemployed, this is an opportunity to get a cash flow on some level. I am guessing that you have referrals for people if they're interested in any of those.
Absolutely. I have some excellent loan officers that I've worked with over the years that I know I would be putting you in good hands if I were to refer you to them. Don't have to concern myself with that. So yes, if you're considering refinancing, or if you're considering selling, or just want to know what's happening in your area, feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to provide that information to you.
Give Natasha a call at 480-203-4364. That's 480-203-4364, or call her and ask her about hiking trails. Any of those would be acceptable. You can also go to her website, send her an email. All of those are available. This is the first of many episodes. We're going to talk about different things throughout Arizona that people can do and see and interact with. Again, go to our website, natashatomlinson.com, or give her a call, 480-203-4364. We will be back soon with another episode.